Gentlemen, today I have the honor of discussing and demonstrating proper push-up techniques. How many people have been taught how to perform a push-up or have seen someone perform a push-up? Most people have, generally. As you may not be able to tell, I've lost 130 pounds, and one of the very first exercises that I learned how to do properly was a push-up. The push-up is used to measure physical body weight and to see if the person can actually lift their own body weight and have the ability to enforce their tricep and their chest muscle. Both law enforcement and military both alike use this performance aspect and this compound exercise to measure the physical aptitude of the people that they're going to be working with. Sometimes you may not be able to get into the branch that you're looking for based on how many push-ups you actually can perform. The importance of this is from working with personal trainers and law enforcement, I have been taught the proper techniques so that I cannot injure myself. The biggest injury that comes is a compound shoulder injury, and that's due to improper form. At first, when I was performing a push-up, what I would do is start at the top and put all of my weight on my shoulders and then push down onto my shoulder. That is the improper way to do it. And the reason being is because you're actually going to be working the tricep muscle and both pectoral muscles or your chest muscles. By doing so, you're actually activating two of the strongest muscles in the human body. If you don't know, the pectoral muscles are your chest, which is this area right here, this orange colored area across the top. A common misconception is that women and men have a different shaped pectoral muscle. That's not the case. Men and women have the same shaped pectoral muscle. The only difference is how big the muscle is, and that's based on the growth. The strongest part of your arm is your tricep head. The tricep head is actually 60% of what your arm's muscle will do. Most people say they have large biceps and they can lift more. That's not the case. That's actually based on the tricep itself. So, by learning how to properly do a push-up, you will actually strengthen your body while also cutting down extra body fat, and keep in mind that is with proper nutrition. The whole pectoral muscle itself can be torn, and that's with too much tension, so it's very important you keep proper form. Now that the correct muscle groups have been labeled, let's focus on the stability of the body. Laying face down on the floor with your feet curled slightly, you're going to actually inhale as you're going down so that you can get as much air as possible. Next, you're going to put the weight on the balls of your feet so that your toes are curled. And as you go down, you exhale as so. And then you will push yourself up using your arms and your chest. You're not going to be using your shoulders. You're not going to be using your hips. You are actually using the arms itself and the chest. Please note, as I turn to the side, my tricep muscle is actually fully extended. The purpose of that is to get the stretch to the arm and put the push on the chest itself. Notice my elbows are staying tucked in to give a full form and not put too much pressure onto the actual shoulders and back. Now, common misconceptions are that off the bat, you are going to immediately do 50 push-ups. That's not the case. As someone who was once extremely overweight, I couldn't do 20 push-ups. Over time, and as you practice, you will be able to increase your rep range. Now let's discuss the actual repetition range. The common purpose of the push-up is to, in succession, complete as many as possible. If you're going to be doing physical aptitude tests, you will notice that they want a set number and within a certain amount of time. The only way to complete this is with practice. Most officer cadets and must complete a minimum of 24 push-ups within 60 seconds. Military and police standards do vary depending on the branch, but again, you must practice in order to increase your rep range. Also, good ways to increase your rep range. Your hands are normally in shoulder width apart. You can also spread or form your hands in a diamond. The closer your hands are, the more tension you put on that muscle. I'll demonstrate. Notice my elbows stay in as much as possible. As I go out, I'm actually working the chest muscle more. Again, focus on the tricep and the pectoral muscles. Now finally, we've seen how to perform a push-up properly. This compound exercise can be performed anywhere and by anyone at any number and at any time. Those looking to improve physical activity would benefit from this exercise greatly and at no cost. Ladies and gentlemen, this was how to perform a proper push-up. Thank you.